I think the osteoarthritis that I have is limiting me and has limited me. For instance, when I'm working on the patrol boats, if I need to get down into the bilge and puddle around, my crew does that because they're younger and fitter than I. That really did, early in the piece, that really did worry me that I wasn't able to kneel as much. Since I've been doing a bit more exercise, my kneeling's become much better and I can get down. But going downhill or going downstairs, for instance, I find that quite painful, and I do that more slowly.
It makes you tired. I think it's the chronic pain makes you tired, because if something hurts and then it goes away, but when it's just there all the time, I think that an emotional drain of chronic pain is more tiring than physical work.
Well, I had to reassess a lot of things. And I had to modify my way of living, really. I had to I was playing a lot of golf at the time, so I had to cut back a bit on that, and just it's a bit, more careful of what I was doing.
I was okay for a while, but then the condition did progress. The condition progressed and it became more difficult for me to climb stairs. It became more problematic. And I got to a stage when I was probably in my early 50s where I thought, my life is over. I can't do what I'm supposed to do. I can't go to work. My children are older now, but what about me? So there was not that need. They didn't have that need of me. So it was really about, I had to face looking after myself. And I went through a bit of a crisis. Finding out about the condition, physically doing something led to a huge empowerment on my part. I no longer felt powerless.
I also, from having a very bad fall off a horse as a teenager, fell on the back of my neck, so I have stenosis in my neck. And at one stage, when I was complaining to the doctor about the headaches from it, I said something about riding, and he said, do you go riding? And when he found out how much I rode and what I did, he told me if it was him, he wouldn't even go in a paddock if a horse was in it. So my horse retired. And I can't ride anymore, it's too hard on the bones. A couple of weeks after I was told not to ride, my husband came home with a furless possum. And for 16 years I became an obsessive wildlife carer of possums. And that filled the gap.
In terms of the osteoarthritis causing issues with relationships, people are aware of it. And I'm aware of my limitations, and my immediate family are aware of my limitations, and the people that I do sporting activities with are aware of my limitations. Nobody pushes, and they all accept the fact that, okay, Dad's got crooked legs, he's not going to walk as quick.
One of the problems I find with osteoarthritis is not only the chronic pain, but the loss of strength. So things that you used to do 20 years ago, you go to do, and it is just so frustrating. You just can't do it. But you think, well, I can't do that. But what I find how I cope with that is sometimes I make a list, or I make a mental list. And when I go to bed at night, and I think, well, I did this today, and don't dwell on what I didn't get done. To try and at the end of the day have some positive thought of what you managed to get done, and that gives you a sense of achievement. No matter, it might have been just make the bed and change the linen, just basic things that have got to be done, but you've done it.